You were one of our first signees at the showcase.
Yeah.
What inspired you to believe in us, and what inspired you to kind of take that risk and come to the event?
Right off the bat, I realized that you guys had a pretty good setup in terms of the connections, stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of something that is lacked in like other types of like IG pages that I saw. Because I was obviously new to the NCAA, but when I saw you guys had a lot of connections, I was like, oh, these are the guys I work with. So once I saw that, I was like, this is gonna be a great place to get my foot through the door and kind of see where I'm at. And then after that, when I learned about all the people coming to the showcase and how you guys, followed up with them after the showcase and made sure that I was getting the right stuff and not just, going in blindly. I thought it was like the perfect people. You guys are the perfect people to work with, and I feel like that no regrets have been made, and I feel like it's worked out really well till today.
To your journey specifically, you kind of had an interesting journey there in the sense of, there were multiple schools interested in you directly at the event.
Yeah.
None quite materialized over time, but you were able to use that to ultimately get to Florida International. You could talk one about a little bit of your process and how you were able to use some of the interest generated at the event to eventually get to FIU.
Yeah. Obviously it was disappointing. Some schools couldn't come out to the event. Stuff happens, stuff like that. Or, you go there and you play and you're not playing the best one game and that's the only game that the schools you were speaking to came out to, which was kind of unfortunate. But nonetheless, I think it really helped me know where I am, and as well as when a school did reach out to me after and speak to me, I kind of maybe use it a little bit as leverage sometimes, where I would speak to coaching like, hey, like there's the school is like close offering or whatnot, and that's how they get them to reply a little quicker. That's how I found it to be. But other than that, like um how I got to where I am is again using those like kind of schools as leverage again, and then it kind of created like a little buzz for me. So FIU kind of realized, oh, this guy, like, even though he's coming from a Canadian school that's a little unknown, clearly there is NCAA interest, and we should really check him out. And that's kind of what led to my school right now checking me out, and I have to give props to the event because that's kind of where it all started. And yeah, that's kind of how I ended up where I am now.